Hey, it's Lynn Brown. I'm a speaker, trainer, and coach with the John Maxwell team and a teaching partner with Empower Living. And I'll be honest with y'all, I spent the first half of my life people pleasing. And then in my spare time, I was literally trapped by the opinions of other people. And if that wasn't enough, on top of it, I had a broken mindset. Now, the interesting part is that I was not aware of any of that. So I was just navigating through life thinking that that was it, that I was experiencing the results that I was going to have forever. And I just needed to figure out a way to smile and get through it. And then one day I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I don't know if there's any of you out there listening today that have ever experienced what I'm talking about, but I just got tired of it. And I went into my office and I literally shut the door and just kind of looked up. I guess I was talking to God because I am a person of faith. And I was like, is this it really? I mean, there's got to be more than this. And it was that moment that I sat down, got on my computer at work. And no, I don't recommend that. And that was not the most integrous thing for me to do at the time, but I was just desperate. And I found this email that said, become a speaker, trainer, and coach. And it was just like, I've never really had that many moments that I just knew that I knew, but that moment, it was just one of those moments. And I joined a team of people that were bigger, sharper, and faster than me. And it was the best thing ever. I had never been in a group of people that really spoke the truth and made me better. And so I've just been drinking from the fire hose ever since. And now I'm partnering with people that want to do the same. So today is no different. I'm super excited about the guest that we have on the Gritty Women podcast, and I cannot wait for you to meet her. And I know that you will leave this podcast today inspired, encouraged, and equipped to ready to go. Just continue to make your dreams come true. So Corinne, welcome to the Gritty Women podcast. We're so glad you're here. And just tell us, what are you most excited about today?
I am just excited to share, I think, all of the things I have been learning along the way as well, because they've just helped me. And I believe that in sharing, then we can continue that cycle forward and just lending a hand to other people to help them.
Well, that is so exciting. And I know we're in some of the same groups, and it's so refreshing, isn't it, to just be around people that we don't all think the same thoughts, but we believe the same. We want to become better, to go and add that value to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
what's something you're learning these days?
Oh boy. So, it doesn't matter how many times I hear the teaching on the stick man. But the subconscious and the conscious awareness levels, I just always get something new from it. And so, I was re-listening to that and reworking that and just digging deeper into it. I am certified in a technique called RAMP, which is Rapid Accelerated Mind Patterning. And that digs into its subconscious work where you're taking that thought process and taking it from the subconscious, and we can't destroy or create energy, but we can transmute it, so we can give it a different face in essence. And that's what this technique does. So then digging even further into it and really understanding it, it really gave me an opportunity to grow in my personal life, to grow just all around. I was really seeking understanding. So that's, I think, why it was so pivotal to me. I was seeking an understanding of how my brain works, why I do the things I do. Much like you, I spent the majority of my adult years feeling unfulfilled. Which was just madness because I have an amazing husband and 3 beautiful children, and really I have a life that most people would be really happy to have, but yet I felt very empty inside and carried a lot of shame and guilt with me. And I was looking for more. And so I found a life coach, and she helped me take the first step into realizing my dreams. And that was, I had gone on the internet so many different times and looked at the John Maxwell program and thought, there's no way I can do that. There's no way that I'm good enough for that. There's just no way. And just after a few sessions of working with her, I had joined up. And in August of 2016, I went to my first IMC. And that was a very good experience. But then I came back and I didn't do anything with it. I got stuck in self-sabotage is really what I did. And so, it took a little while, and it took some reading some different books. I read a book that talked about the program Think and Grow Rich. And so I got on the internet again and I searched it. And when I did that, Paul Martinelli's name came up. And so it was really cool for me because I was like, oh, I know him. I really connected with him at the IMC. And so that's how I got involved in empowered living. And
wow.
So, yeah. And it was through that whole process, though I was working through, I had battled depression, suicidal ideation, and then I had lost both my dad and my brother to substances. And I just kept thinking, like, I don't want to lose another person I love to this. And what can I do to help change this path for our entire family? And I started really digging into trauma work and became an advanced trauma practitioner, understanding how the brain functions. Authors like Bruce Lipton, Dr. Nadine Burke-Harris, her book, The Deepest Well.
The Deepest Well?
Yes, this book. Oh, where did I tell you? How can you
write that down?
Yeah, I'll send it to you. But it's called The Deepest Well. It's by Dr. Nadine Burke-Harris. And her work as a pediatrician, coupled with the works of Doctors Felitti and Anda, they came up with something called ACEs, which is Adverse Childhood Experiences. And basically, it's a list of 10 questions that get asked. And like in the state of California, this is a requirement of every pediatric visit that they ask these questions.
Wow.
So basically what came out of it is I read the book like 8 times because I got so much out of it. But 2/3 of Americans are walking around with an ACE score. And the majority of us have 2 or more boxes that we can check out of the list of 10. If your score is 4 or higher, it really puts you at risk for all sorts of health issues, and also incarceration, to be a drug addict, just addiction issues, just so many different things. And so having lost my dad and my brother like that, this was like, aha, this was gold to me. Just wanting to really learn and understand it more. But then I thought, okay, so I know this, but there has to be more. There has to be a way to fix it. Like there has to be a way to overcome this. So yes, I had this childhood. I also knew that there were all these redemptive qualities about my dad. He was a really good person. He just struggled with addiction. My brother was a good person. He struggled with addiction. So anyways, I just needed more answers, just digging deeper. So connecting with Paul and Roddy's teachings was extremely beneficial for me in learning more about the subconscious, more about how to change our mindset patterns and how to get rid of the limiting beliefs. And here I am today. I'm doing things that I honestly, just even talking about, family life and things like that. I have more joy in my life than ever. I'm definitely full of gratitude I'm full of gratitude even for the things I've gone through, because it makes me much more empathetic. I genuinely love people. I believe that everybody deserves, to be respected and loved. I don't care, what the religious background, I don't care, sexuality, things like that don't bother me at all. I just believe that everybody deserves to be loved. And with that being said, I just feel complete, I guess, in my life. And so now I just want to pay forward. I want people to experience the same thing and the same peace in their lives that I have now.
Wow. That is so encouraging to me, even though I am on the same journey as you are. Mm-hmm. But I know for our listeners, just to know that wherever you are, it's where we're supposed to be. But we can continue every day, daily, and it is daily. Mm-hmm. And we can move forward, and we can get different results, if we're willing to do the work. And it does take work. I mean, I tell people all the time, everybody's like, how are you doing what you're doing? I'm like, do you really want to know? Do you really want to know? And it doesn't matter what it is, if it's weight loss or mindset, whatever. Do you really want to know? Mm-hmm. And a lot of them don't really want to know because they're not really ready. But thank you so much for sharing that. Now, how can our listeners connect with you? Do you have a website or,
I do.
Instagram? Tell us.
You can connect with me at www.CorinneZuleger.com. I'm also on Facebook, Corinne Zuleger Life Coaching. Can find me there. Instagram, you can find me there. It's Corinne Zuleger is also that real original.
You are an original. You're exactly right. There's only one of you, one thumbprint, one voice. So you are definitely an original.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for jumping on here with us today. And also, I always like to find out, when you hear the word gritty, G for gratitude, R resilience, I is for in living an inspired life. The 2 T's are think tough, and Y is you do you. Which part of gritty resonates with you the most?
I would say resilience. That's definitely something that it has just kept moving me forward. Definitely resilience, but the you being you, that speaks to me as well, because I think it's so important. I think we as women can kind of get caught up in that whole comparison game, if you will. And, especially if you're a mom and comparing moms and, we're all just doing the best we can with the information we have. And when we know better, we do better. So that's just been what I've been doing all along.
Well, that is a great approach for sure. And yes, we all just need to focus on who we were created, to be, not necessarily who we are right this minute, but who we were really designed to be. And I believe that as we increase that value and that self-love first, then we can go out and continue to share it with all the people that we meet. Right. So thanks again for joining us today on the Gritty Women podcast. And I look forward to growing and journeying through this life with you. You're an amazing encouragement to me. So thank you so much for being on our show today.
Thank you for having me, Lynn.
All right. Remember now, gritty is the new strong. So we'll see you soon.
See you.